Okay, so I'm just going to give you a bit of a rundown of the bachelor degree that I'm currently studying, which is Bachelor of Social Science Psychology. This course is accredited by APAC, which is the Australian Psychology Accreditation Council, and it is the first step of becoming a psychologist in Australia. The career opportunities with studying just the bachelor degree are within the health and education services, community work, training and development, human resource management, exercise science, and research. Down the right hand side, we can see the current OPN rank that's required, and the duration is 3 years full time. I do work full time as well, so I'm doing it part time. Okay. Now, the classes that are required. So there are 4 introductory courses, 14 advanced courses, and 6 electives. The great thing about having electives in your bachelor degree is if you study 4 electives, you can make up a minor. So you can study a minor of business with your major of psychology, or a minor of counselling therapy to go with your major of psychology. We're currently not going to look into how to apply at the moment. Okay. So my first year was last year, and in my first year I studied Core 109, which is Communication and Thought. Communication and Thought is a lot like a grade 12 English class. It gets you up to university standards with writing and as well as speaking in front of an audience. Psychology 100, the Introduction to Psychology A, is a very brief outline of psychology. Psychology 102, Current Directions in Psychology, is about learning what you can do with your psychology degree and what opportunities are out there. I have not done this class yet. I know that this will be a fairly easy class compared to my other classes, so I am saving this one for when I do advanced stats next semester. The good thing about university is that you can swap your classes around as long as you do the core classes that are required to go on to next year, but we'll get into that in a moment. Now, for my elective class, I did do public health, which I know is going to help me because I do want to work in a hospital setting with my degree. Okay, now for semester 2, I studied Introduction into Psychology B, which is an advancement on the Introduction to Psychology A. Introduction to Psychology B goes a lot more into the biopsychology of basically the how the brain works and how your emotions are affected by your brain, all the chemicals, all the good stuff. So basically, to go on to next year, you do need to study Psychology 100 and Psychology 101. So we can see here that the requirements are Psychology 100 and 101. Because I've studied them, I can go on to the next year. I'm currently studying this year Psychology 200, Research Methods in Psychology, which is statistics, basically. Just obviously a very easy statistics at the moment before we go on to the advanced class. I'm not studying this until next year, unfortunately. I am very excited to study physiological psychology. I love learning about the brain and neurology. It's fantastic stuff to learn about. I am currently studying Psych 203, Introduction into Human Development, where we learn how babies are formed, how their all biological side of things is formed, how they grow into children, adolescence, adulthood, and we learn all the cognitive information, neuro information, psychosocial stages. It's very fantastic. It gets nice and detailed into all types of development. Okay, and next semester I am studying Research Methods in Psychology B, which is Advanced Statistics, which I am so excited for. I will also be studying that Current Directions in Psychology, which is my easy class. to study with my advanced stats. A lot of people have told me that they have failed this class because it can be hard, and a lot of people come into psychology thinking that it is not science. You don't need to know maths, you don't need to know statistics, you don't need to, learn how to research or anything like that. It basically is not like a counseling degree where you learn how to provide therapy straight away. That doesn't actually come in until you do your masters. This is mainly to learn how to go back to the basics, how to research, how to study, and how to become a psychologist that will be able to communicate new methods of psychology and basically share information with us as psychologists so everybody can advance in the science field. Now, this is also Psy 204, which is social psychology, Psy 205, motivation and emotion. I haven't actually looked into these yet because I'm just planning on doing in semester 2 the research methods in psychology B and the current directions in psychology. Because I do work 40 hours a week, I can't mentally take on more than 2 classes maximum a semester. Okay. Now, after I have done the Psy 200 and the Psy 201, I'm then eligible to go on to the next year's subjects. Okay, so the third and final year, there's Psy 300, Advanced Methods in Psychology, Psy 302, Intercultural and Indigenous Psychologies, Psy 303, Personality and Assessment, Psy 306, Psychology of Health and Well-being. And then the semester 2 is Psy 301, Cognitive and Perceptual Psychology, Psy 304, Human Associative Learning, Psy 305, Abnormal Psychology. I'm really excited about learning this one as well. This is all about psychological disorders. And then Psy 307, Adult Development and Aging. And then I've also got my courses to do, my electives to add in as well where I want to. So the good thing, like I said, is as long as you study these core classes, you can then go on and you can move the classes around. You can study this one with this one later on, or you can swap them around basically to tailor to your needs. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it.